What'd you say your name was?
James. I'm James Beck. I'm doing a pay-it-forward social experiment where I'm going to all 50 states this year, serving one family in every state. And instead of asking something for my time, I just ask for people to pay it forward.
All that I need is this moment.
I've done everything from teach high school economics to rewrite graduate study professors' courses to babysit. As long as it's legal, I'll do it.
You worked harder than I have both days.
You give these people 3 days of service, and you ask them to do what in return?
Ask them to actually pay it forward.
We did it. We got it all done.
Oh my God, I'm driving. So whenever you get done with one journey, just come back here, because you'll always have a home. Welcome home, Mom.
A year ago, I was working in the medical field in Los Angeles, and it just wasn't fulfilling. I wasn't happy. We're gonna give away everything tonight. The only things that I kept were things necessary for survival. Anyone want to O'Keefe Merit stove? I have a few sets of clothes for summer and winter.
You don't want your snowboard?
You want the snowboard? You love it? Computer, car insurance, cell phone. That's it. I couldn't give myself a way back. I couldn't give myself anything to return to.
In the past year and a half in our county, we've had a surge in preteen and teen suicides. And since you too were suicidal as a child, what advice can you give us to help these kids and give them hope?
I think, well, the hope is the key because hope springs eternal. And so if you can stir hope, but the question is, how do you stir hope? And the beginning of that is curiosity. So then how do you stir curiosity? I've helped 13 people so far that have been not a cry for help, but last call. Some people I work with the military. I've worked with March Air Force Base in Riverside, California. And the strategy that I've used that's helped me is first of all, you have to speak in the future tense. You have to paint a picture as to what life could be like down the road. And instead of talking to them as if they're broken, as if they're powerless, flip the script. Because they are looking at death in the face and they're saying, bring it on, let's go. And that, when you explain to them like, okay, instead of it being a broken place, that's a very powerful place to be. Most people are scared of death their whole life so that they never live. In fact, the samurai used to have to live as if they were dead. And that's what gave them the power to be a samurai. Bushido, the way of the warrior. And so when you're talking to people, so there's a major who was suicidal that I was talking to, and I was like, this is a powerful place to be. And he was like, what are you talking about? No one is saying it. I'm like, hey, you aren't backing down. Few people ever get to that point. And so even with a child, say, adults usually are afraid to even live. What would life be like if you were to use that fearlessness to then move forward and approach different opportunities and options to other people are too scared to take, other people are too scared to engage in? What would life be like if you were to embrace that power? Because the difference between a breakdown and a breakthrough is if you stop. And you don't just take a nap when you're in the frying pan. Winston Churchill, it's like when you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. And so I think it's important to also not be disingenuous and lie to the kid. Say the truth. This sucks. This sucks for you. However, there's elements of this that are extremely powerful that no one else has. And this is how you utilize them and engaging them in service, because we can all survive with service. If you work in a restaurant, you're a server, you join the military, it is the service. So when they see hope and power, that gives them a light at the end of the tunnel, which stirs curiosity. And when you stir curiosity, it opens a new neural loop, and our brains want to close that loop. And curiosity is the key to stirring hope. So that's, and the biggest thing also, it's a rhetoric, a tool in rhetoric, and politicians use it all the time, whether you're Democrat or Republican. You could, build back better with Biden saying, or make America great again, or Obama says, yes, we can. You have to speak in the future. You have to speak towards the future, because there's no judgment in the future. Future's wide open.
Do you want to say how he died? Or
Sure.
how did he die?
After fighting a long battle with PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder, he went to work one morning and called me. Actually, I called him and told him I had gotten him into a VA clinic, and he said, "Don't worry about it. I'm going somewhere where no one." How did he put it? "I'm going somewhere where I can't disappoint anybody anymore." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "Tell the kids I love them." And he hung up the phone, and I called the police, and they went down to the plant, and they looked, couldn't find him, came back, and they said, "I don't know, we can't find him." I said, "He has to be there, his truck's there." So they went back down again, and that's when they walked up to the trash compactor, and they found his glasses, his lunchbox, and his tennis shoes sitting beside the trash compactor. And he had jumped in. It killed him. I still have the lunchbox, and I still have the tennis shoes. I haven't played 2 months. I have a cactus on my desk, and what's cool is the cactus can respond to being alone, so I can go for weeks without talking to it. I'd like to be able to survive like that. That'd be awesome.
All you have to remember, I just stuck myself. You go around the tree, so you twist it, keep going around, go like 5, 6, 7 times. Alright?
Alright.
And then through the hole. The hole right here.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the easiest way I've ever been taught.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Like, the other ways it's just been like all kinds of these twists and turns with it, and I'm like, I can't remember that. That's
No,
hard as
just
crap
twist it
remember.
around and around and around through the hole. Round the tree, through the hole. That's it.
That's ridiculously.
So when you paint the picture, when you're talking about the picture of the future with power, with the different life they can create, with this new perspective they have, that opens a new neural loop that their mind wants to close, which they'll start exploring. And if they can engage in service, that can inspire the hope that, wow, life can get better, because as they engage with the magic that happens when they serve other people.